Fixed price quoting versus cost plus jobs. It's not really quoting, is it, if you do cost plus? Lots of people have been sharing their opinions about how to price jobs, and thank you, and fair enough, because that's what we've asked you to do. I thought I'd write this other video and weigh in again with a kind of probably my same perspective, but some more thoughts. Okay, I think my position's clear. Cost plus is bad and risky for you and your customer and your relationship, and fixed price is good and the right way to go. You should do it like that, right? That's my view. I'll make another video about how to do fixed price quoting properly, how to protect yourself. And my webinar covers that, so if it's of interest, jump on the webinar. I'll run it every month. Now, cost plus, or hourly rate, or day rate, or time and materials feels like a fair way of doing things, doesn't it? I know this is true, right? I know you get paid for the hours you work or the hours your people work, right? Plus an agreed margin on the materials that you buy and any other costs you incur, right? And it feels fair. You record the hours, you track the supplies and the subcontractors, you produce your invoices accordingly, right? All fair and good. Everything's clear and fair and as agreed. I'll comment that I still meet businesses doing quotes this way, right? It's still common and it still feels safe to most of the people I talk to do it like this. Builders and other trades. The problem, as I'm sure I've said before, lies with risk and trust. Two scary words, right? This way of pricing pushes all the risk away from you and onto your customer, right? All the risks of your quote being wrong, all the risks of weather, increases in materials costs, mistakes, your boys and girls being slow or lazy, right? Everything that can go wrong becomes the problem in terms of the cost of your customer. None of it's your problem. All of it gets passed on. And on the surface, this sounds good for you anyway, right? Who doesn't want to be protected from all the things that could go wrong? You shouldn't have to wear all the risks of a job. That's not fair. So why don't I like it? Why is cost plus bad? Right, pushing the risk onto your customer is fine while trust is high and everybody's happy, right? But it breaks down when something bad happens or something goes wrong or when the trust gets damaged. And they usually go together, those two things, don't they? Right? What it really does is to push all the difficult conversations under the carpet, if you like, and hide them with a lovely cover of cost plus. Everything will be nice. Right? But everything won't be nice. Something goes wrong often. And then you're having to explain to somebody who's hostile or already unhappy. And that's a lot more difficult to come back from everything good to, yes, well, things can go awry, right? You don't cover the things that can go awry when you go cost plus. You just go, no, cost plus, right? I'm afraid my estimate was wrong. You're up for more money. You want to see receipts. Oh, I didn't keep receipts. The guy was on his phone all the day. I disappeared for the afternoon. Yeah, but that's kind of what I expected to tell you. I didn't count him, all that stuff, right? You only got the 100,000 I said, but now we've gone past 100,000 and you've got no money left. Shit. Right, remember I said you kind of push the risk down the line time-wise, right? So what happens is cost plus jobs are more likely to go wrong in terms of the expectations of your customer and in terms of cost blowouts. And that part isn't controlled properly. Now, something's gone wrong, you might end up wearing some of that cost yourself. So you're less protected than you thought, because what happens is your customer gets upset, comes back and says, hey, I'm not happy, and your first response is to wear some of the problem. You might try to get it finished without charging more. We might cut your margins to help on the last part of the job, right? Often reputation and relationship get damaged when this happens. Right, I'll go back to my point about pushing the difficult conversations under the carpet. Cost plus instills an attitude of it doesn't matter in you. Go on, admit it, right? We all know it does. So communication suffers. Expectations get wrongly set, right? It's like a disaster waiting to happen, I sometimes think. Here's an example before I finish up. Chris, he's a builder in Byron. Right, he was doing a cost plus reno. They were nice people. Chris is a nice person. The budget was 400k or so, and his estimate was 400k anyway, right? So everyone was happy. They thought they had 400 to spend. Heath said he thought the job was 400, but then they pulled some cladding off, it was a reno, and found dry rot or termites, which of course he hadn't estimated for. So there was extra work to do, and he said to them, look, it's going to be another 50k, you want me to do it? We didn't include this. And they said, yes, it needs to be fixed, of course. So of course, right, he'd had a verbal agreement to do the additional work, and off he went, fixed it up, and then he got to 400,000 and the job wasn't finished, and the client said, hang on a minute, we haven't got any more money. So there was a problem. There was another 50,000 or so of work to do. Customer had no more money. How come you haven't finished? We've got no more money. And he reminded them of the conversation. And of course they said, yes, we remember, but we haven't got any more money. So he was in a difficult spot, right? They hadn't really paid attention. The cost plus nature of things had left him not really making it as clear as perhaps he could have, that more money needed to be found. And he ended up, of course, with an unhappy customer, a not properly finished job, and a damaged reputation, no references, no referrals, right? It's obvious now, of course. It was disastrous at the time, very frustrating, and he ended up making no money, ended up trying to make it right for them, but them still being unhappy. He was pissed off, the clients were pissed off, right? Not good. And I bet every trades business that does cost plus has a similar story. Share your stories with me, I'd love to hear them, and I'll go on and write another video about how to do fixed price properly. See ya.